What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Payne. Welcome back to another Street Fighter Duel video. That's right, guys. Have not forgotten about you. Don't worry. I've been very busy this morning. Holiday actually with my kids. So here we are, and I got a request recently to do an updated version of the faction towers in terms of teams, and there absolutely is an updated version. So I am very happy to do this for you guys. So let's go into it right now. Now, if you remember before, you can go back and check out the faction video that I made last time. The teams are going to look a little bit different because we have done new showcases on some characters that we never really tested. And now that we have a better idea on some of the better units out there, it's going to look and feel a lot different than it was originally. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're just going to jump into the Flame Tower. So give me a sec here, or whatever's, yeah, Flame Tower right now. And let's talk about the best team currently for beginning, middle, and end, okay? So let's say beginning is obviously stage 1 to, let's say, 150. Middle is 151 to, like, let's say 250. And then 251 up to like 3 whatever is end game towers, okay? If you look at my screen right now, the best team for end game tower is going to be this team, except for Adon is removed. And you're going to actually put in Hugo. Okay, this is going to be your best team. Now, in terms of assists, you're most likely going to give him Mayor Cody. The Viper can probably sit there as well if you really want a Viper in there, but I don't recommend it. And then you're probably going to put Fei Long here. And this is going to be your Flame Tower. Now, early to mid game, you will more than easily destroy everything with Viper. Now, Viper can still do really well in end game, but Dalsim, because of the sheer amount of HP that opponents have, Dalsim's burn, especially if you have an FS30 with his 6 cars, will just rip apart everything that moves, okay? Now, you can also put Viper in here as another unit if you're outspeeding your opponent, but Decapper is the fastest flame unit right now in the game for you, so you're going to need to have her for the speed and fast chant. Now, Hugo can also be replaced with S. Yang if you guys, because he can take quite a bit of damage because his defense is so high, plus he does the heal and the shield. And if you want to put her in here, the reason why she fits so well in here as well too is because she can do her detonate with her C2, right? So a really good C2 option would be her. So Dalsim is your main DPS at end game. Mid game, early game, pretty much do this. Put him in the back and toss in whoever you have here to tank. So Adon would work really well. Dudley works really well. Sorry, not Adon. Hugo works really well. Dudley works really well here. DJ works just fine in this section for early to mid. But DJ falls off completely right around the end game content for Flame. Okay, so just keep that in mind when you're doing this. All right, so there's your Flame team in a nutshell. All right, so Dalsim is going to be your main DPS end game. Just put that in the back of your head. If you haven't been building him, I've been talking about him for a long time, as have many others. You really want to consider putting him in as your main DPS. And if you're not focusing on him, he's also going to be one of your main DPS in story mode and in bosses. So don't sleep on him. Definitely work on him. Okay, there you go, guys. That's your Flame team right there. Okay, going over to Wind. I'm going to just do it up here because it's not open. You guys will know what it is instantly. So Wind team is going to look like this. All right. Give me one sec here. Here we go. All right. So Guile, main DPS. Bizang is going to be your main tank because you're just going to interrupt essentially. That's the goal. All right. Now here you can put in either Chun-Li or Cammy. It's your choice who you prefer, or even Guy, to be quite honest with you. If you don't want to do that and you want to keep Zangief in to make your life a little more safe, Bizang in there, put it like this, and you'll destroy this. So Cammy would sit as your assist here, and Chun-Li would sit as your assist here. There you go. The most cookie cutter, bread and butter team you're ever going to find is in Wind. Pretty much every viable option is available to you. This will work for early, mid, and end game. An astonishingly powerful team, and you guys will run through content for Wind Tower really quickly and safely, I might add, with this team, with Guile just absolutely shredding everything, Bizang interrupting, Abel providing shields, and C Poison just buffing the crap out of everyone, right? So this team right here, now Chun-Li will give us the assist, obviously, during the for Guile, And then Cammy will trigger off of his stomp. So you're going to get the armor break as well on top of Guile's already armor break. So making Guile hit even harder. Again, ripping through everything, no problem. So that's going to be your team. Now, Thunder is the one that probably changed the most. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do this one now. Mad Ryu will work for you from early to mid game, no problem. Okay, so I just want you guys to note this. He will be no problem for you. Tank-wise, Zangief versus E Honda. Honestly, both do really well here. E Honda, I think, has the edge a little bit because of his C1 interrupt and the bullet wall. So I think E Honda would still be the best tank for this. Blanca is the fastest Thunder unit still in the game. You can place him here. Mad Ryu will take you literally to mid-game, and from there you want to drop his ass. As soon as you can, drop him. Okay? And if you haven't seen the showcase, Poison is going to be your main damage-dealing interrupt. Now, with Poison in play, you can silence all the opponents so they can't get off their combos. You can do massive AoE damage, plus a really good single-target C3, plus something called Electric Hoops, which just sits there and just damages your opponents anyways. So Poison becomes the MVP in the Thunder team. If you have not been building her, go back and check out my showcase and see why you should definitely build her, as she will also be very usable in PvP and in story mode. So definitely focus on that. Now, in terms of assists here, you have quite a few options. Also, guys, Mummy Doll Sim, I haven't worked on him yet on my main account. I do want to showcase on him still one day. I just don't think I'm ready for that yet. I think a lot more testing needs to be done before that even happens, okay? So here you can put Mad Ryu in for assist for her in case she loses enough HP. She can get the extra attack. As for E Honda, you can put Zangief in there to help him absorb some of that elemental damage, or vice versa. You can put Honda in here and he absorbs 8% damage reduction for all of your allies. So that's a better assist, but he's a better tank for this specific tower, okay? So that right there is going to be your early, mid, end game Thunder team. There's no need to switch this up at all, okay? You have everything you need here. You got counterattacks, you got shields, you got silences, you got AoE, you got interrupts, you got damage share, you got bullet walls, you got healing, you got speed up, and you got defense if you FS Elena, obviously, to 30, and you've got attack up. And then your assist there will give you guys everything you need in between to cover you completely. So there you guys have it. Those are the teams I would go with for the towers. If you have any questions or comments, let me know in the comment section. But there's the updated version of the new tower faction that you guys want to probably use to go even further in towers. All right, guys, this is Payne. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.